Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Is your credit on life support? Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Local bank representatives will be on site to grant special approval to consumers who meet certain minimum criteria. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach wants to approve you so you can drive home your new Kia today. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Hello, is this thing on? I repeat, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic wants to approve you for a new Kia today. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss the credit clinic today and tomorrow at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or go online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval term.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
The Unlimited Auto Wash Clubs with 6 locations, perfect for an occasional wash, or enjoy unlimited inside and out washes starting at just $49.95 a month. UnlimitedAutoWashClub.com. Call 561-WASH-ME-TOO.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Forget about March Madness. We got NBA mayhem.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. I still ain't home, baby. I'm still on the road. Your boy still got some motion. It is Big Teddy. It is a motion made for the boy. It is Wednesday, May 7th. And C-Cat's on the other side of the glass, on the other side of the map, out in West Palm, in our City Place studios. And I got to ask you, C-Cat, today, on a day like today, following yet another road upset, the home teams just can't catch a break in the NBA playoffs. And also, after another inconceivable comeback, are you now being fed everything you were promised that you were not apparently delivered, even though I enjoyed it, from college basketball's tournament?
Yeah, it's scratching that itch. I felt shorted what we got in college basketball's March Madness. I didn't get anything good, and now I'm getting in the pro side, so I'm not going to complain about it, and you get more games this way.
Whew. This is, you're right. You do get more games this way. I did not see the second round being this close. A sizable talent gap in all 4 series, if you ask me. Of course, now with the news about Steph Curry, left hamstring, he obviously left in the second quarter of last night's Warriors win in Minnesota because, road teams just can't lose. He's out game 2. He's likely out until like game 5 or 6 if we even get there. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We, of course, had Tyrese Halliburton. He must have saw my top 5 Tuesday, my top 5 closers in these NBA playoffs, and he spit all over it.
Certainly did. He was off the list, wasn't he?
He was not on the list.
Oh, my gosh.
He was, obviously, we know he's motivated by the Athletics player poll where, the NBA players, they all got together. They were asked questions. They gave answers. And he was voted by far the most overrated player in the league. The Cleveland crowd let him know about that. And he kind of showed his tail on the back end of that game. Funny story to tell about that, too, because I was watching that game. I've literally become the very guy that 2 days ago, C-Cat, I told you I refused to be.
Back-to-back days, you're watching the game on your phone?
What am I doing? I had morals. I was a man of substance. I was a man that was living in the present. Because for those that don't know, For those that don't know, I'm out in Chicago right now. Number one, because we had a wedding in the family on my wife's side. They're all from Southside Chicago, so we've been linking with fam. We've been kicking it. We've been hitting art museums, the whole nine. That was Saturday. We stayed the whole week here, and thank you to our teammates here at ESPN Chicago, ESPN 1000, my guy Eric Ostrowski, who's been hooking it up and making sure we're connected here. I've been doing the show here all week because now I'm going to a Barrett Sports Media Summit. It's pretty much like it's a conference for a bunch of sports radio nerds, is what it amounts to. That'll be tomorrow, so I'll be here through Friday. But while I'm out here, I tried to give this soft promise to my wife that I would not be a sports junkie. I will not be locked in streaming, games on my phone. I am willing and able to go to restaurants or locations that do not have TVs because I want to embrace Chicago. The weather is nice. They've got tulips, freshly planted tulips all throughout the city. I mean, when I tell you, you walking up and down downtown Chicago right now, like Michigan Ave, State Street, wherever you're at, it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if this is like some $1 billion beautification project that they do every spring, but we got to start doing this in West Palm. Like, have I sent you any pictures, C-Cat?
No, it's nice.
It is like it, and I'm not even the kind of guy that gets enamored by that kind of thing. Like, that's where my wife, who is the artsy type, makes up for my insufficiencies. I don't care as much about decor and aura and, all that. I care about, I'm more logical. But there's something that just elevates your mood when you see the beautiful decor they have out here and the different machinations of tulips and the colors and the pop. Like, it feels like spring. So I will bring back pictures and see if we can't get some of that implemented back in Palm Beach County. Anyway, last night I'm visiting literally one of the hottest spots in Chicago. It's a restaurant called Virtue. It is Black owned. It is inspired and owned by a famous chef out here who has a heavy influence in the city. I think he has like 4 or 5 different restaurants, but this is his main one. This is his baby. He started it about 6 years ago. In fact, Virtue is so popular, it's out near Hyde Park in Chicago, that when NBA.com, back after in like 2020, right around the bubble era, when NBA.com put out an article, actually written by my homie Kari, of telling people where Black-owned restaurants are in each of the NBA cities, Virtue was one of the leading candidates for Chicago and one of the best ones that people frequent from that list. I've in fact heard, C-Cat, as you know, I'm tapped in with a lot of journalists, beat writers and whatnot that cover sports throughout the nation. I've heard that article kind of gets passed around and used often, and that's kind of why Virtue has been flirted to me a million times. My wife loves the restaurant as well. So I'm there. We're on a spectacular date. This is like fine dining. It's not steakhouse level dining, but it's definitely like not, there's no TVs in there. You're not supposed to be reacting live to basketball games.
They care how they plate their dishes.
Oh, and it was magnificent. Great craft cocktails. Their dishes were plated excellently. The sides, everything about it, the ambiance was top notch. So we're sitting there, we're enjoying a meal. I got the short rib. She got some kind of version of smothered chicken. Of course, she forced me to share, so we're sharing. And I'm trying to be in the present, but the Pacers-Knicks game is going on. And unlike Celtics versus Pacers-Cavs, unlike Celtics versus Knicks, I'm more willing to ignore that series because I hate both teams. There's a certain level of intrigue around the Pacers-Cavs series, partially for me because Indiana stole game 1. Also, Cleveland had 3 starters out last night. They had Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and my guy, the wing they got from Atlanta, DeAndre Hunter. 3 starters were out. Donovan Mitchell was out there by himself. You saw he had 48 points?
The one-man wrecking crew.
But he was balling. Like, it felt like at one point I was confused. It was like Indiana's defensive game plan was, how the hell can we put this dude at the free throw line? How can we find a way to hack him, whether he's weaving around a screen or maybe he's catching the ball off the inbound or he's rising up for a shot? But we've got to find a way to get this guy to the free throw line because we can't stand actually defending him. I think he took like 28,000 free throws last night that led to the 48 points. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell the Cavs have like a 20-point lead with none of their starters playing. And as I'm watching it passively, the lead starts to slowly dissipate. If it hadn't been for all of the madness and craziness that's already happened in these playoffs, Cat, I would have kind of ignored it and wrote it off as, well, the Cavs took their foot off the brake. The Pacers are going to chip away, but Cleveland's going to still end up winning this thing. Got to keep an eye on it because everything's been crazy.
Exactly. I mean, you never know. You take your eye off a game, those leads disintegrate, like you mentioned, quickly, and you miss an all-time NBA moment. You can't take that chance. And
here's the issue, too. We're sitting at a nice dinner table where it's like the couple next to us, like, it's a little bit crowded. When you're in big cities like Chicago, a lot of times you sacrifice space for the ambiance and the elevation of things. So if I, just reached out my left hand, extended it to the left, I could grab and massage the shoulder of the guy to the left of me. Same thing to the right. So we're close proximity to other couples that are trying to enjoy their meals. I got my phone on the table, trying to enjoy the dinner, trying to obviously be captivated by what my wife is talking about. Very captivating stuff, by the way. But then also I'm watching the lead get chipped away. And it wasn't until I was able to hold off all emotion and all reactions. It wasn't until the very final play. Because when Halliburton went to the line with 12 seconds to go, the Pacers were down by 3. He went to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. So after he hit the first one, I'm like, okay, they're down 2. He'll probably knock this second one in. They'll be down 1. They'll foul. Then there's going to be a whole transition bucket where they'll have to stop them, shoot 2 free throws on the other side. I thought it was going to be one of those long, drawn-out endings. I thought I had another 5 minutes of viewing pleasure. No. This is what ensued. And it is going to be our EDS, air conditioning and plumbing, coolest moment of the week, because Tyrese Halliburton, on the day before the 30-year anniversary of Reggie Miller draining 8 points in 9 seconds, Tyrese Halliburton, he stepped to the line down 3, and somehow seconds later the Patriots won the basketball game. Take a listen.
Time now for the coolest moment of the week, presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
Got to do a much better job of getting open.
Misses Halliburton the rebound. 9 seconds. They do have a timeout. Carlisle's going to let him play. Halliburton steps back and hits. Tyrese Halliburton trying to take Cleveland's heart.
And again, that is your EDS air conditioning and plumbing coolest moment of the week. I had a bigger reaction in that restaurant, C-Cat, than the announcer did last night on TNT.
Yeah, I texted you as soon as that play happened that the announcer sounded like this was a third quarter buzzer beater on November 25th.
No.
Not that it was one of the biggest shots of the season so far, if not the biggest shot of the postseason so far.
It was. That was the biggest, string of plays of the postseason so far. And this is coming off of the night after we saw Chet Holmgren miss 2 free throws, and then there be a full court, on the outlet, as Aaron Gordon could have took the 2 to win. He took a 3 to really cement the deal for the Nuggets. This play itself for Halliburton to be down 3 at the free throw line with 12 seconds left on the road. Overrated chance were just happening. He hits the first, you're down 2. He misses the second, and as a 6'5" point guard, Tyrese Halliburton gets his paws on the ball. Now, I don't want to be guy raining on the Pacers parade. I am a former basketball official myself. That was clearly a lane violation on behalf of Tyrese Halliburton, and it was the second one they let the Pacers get away with in the midst of their huge comeback in the fourth quarter as the Cavs had a 14-point lead entering the final frame, and it all disintegrated. So I won't get into that. I don't want to ruin the moment. It is the EDS air conditioning and plumbing coolest moment of the week. Our guy Devontae in the YouTube chat, he agrees with you. He agrees. The announcer absolutely missed the moment. I reacted louder in that restaurant. In virtue, I startled the entire restaurant. It's not like it's one of those places where they got music playing or nothing. No, it's quiet as hell.
Yeah, people, they plan their month around this trip to this restaurant where complete and total focus is on the one across from the table from them and on their plate and on the ambiance. The outside world does not exist for anyone in that restaurant except for one Theo Dorsey.
I shouted and scooted back out of my seat. My wife's in the booth side, so we're at one of those tables where a booth on one side, chairs on the other. I'm in the chair, she's in the booth. Now look, I was trying to be a polite gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Whenever there's a booth and a chair option, I always let my wife get the booth because I want to be nice. I want to be friendly. I want to be courteous. I want to get a one-up on her so I can ask for a favor later. That's why I also let her get the window seat on the airplane. So I gave her the booth seat. She would have gave me the booth seat. It would have just been a yell and not a screech of my chair. Instead, they got the simultaneous yell, screech of the chair, push back. Everybody in the restaurant looks over. The table to the left of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you know this rule. I don't know how this works in your community, CCAP, but generally speaking, when black folks see other black folk like look like they getting ready to run, they get ready to run. Like it is it's an unspoken reaction. It is natural. It just happens, and rightfully so. They were halfway out of their seats thinking it was a problem.
So can you recreate this for me? Because I've got some fancy jazz that you might hear at a fancy restaurant playing on.
Yes. Okay. So we're chilling. A little short rib. By the way, the short rib, I got some short rib left. Short rib sitting on top of these very creamy mashed potatoes with some green, some kind of vegetable kind of within it. I don't know what the heck it was.
So I'll be your basketball play-by-play guy. I'll do it a little bit better. And you recreate your verbal and visual reactions to what was unfolding on your phone.
Gotcha.
Tyrese Halliburton at the line. His second and 2.
Good mac and cheese, baby.
Rims out. Halliburton gets his own rebound.
What the heck is going on? Oh, snap.
Takes it out top of the key. Halliburton, 5-4, puts it up for the win. Got it!
Oh! And then complete silence in the restaurant. And the issue was, too, not only did I push myself back, I then had to scoot back forward. So I couldn't act as if it wasn't me. In the middle of Virtue, by the way, again, like you said, the ambiance was smooth. Some similar music as to this playing. Everybody's enjoying dinner. No TVs inside. No context, by the way.
Yeah, right. See,
normally, it's the second round of the NBA playoffs. Nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Good point, because oftentimes you can find comfort in like looking across the room and someone else is doing their dirty work and keeping up with the big sporting event that is going on.
Yeah.
And you kind of are like, yeah, man, stuck out here. I know it's tough, but that was a good game. No, you were alone.
No. I was absolutely isolated. I was alone. It was the Twilight Zone, and that was the issue. I knew after I did it, and you've been here before, CCAT, when you know you've embarrassed your significant other, so you can't look them in the eyes. I'm sitting here, and I know I can't look straight forward in front of me. I don't want to look around because I know all eyes in the restaurant are on me. So I'm looking down, and I just try to slowly scoot back into the table. And I also was hoping that somebody else would give me that courtesy of like, you saw that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hey, what the hell, Burton? Just show me some love. Look out. Nobody knew anything of what was going on.
What's the recourse? Like, sorry, guys, I'm watching a basketball game on my phone. You can't, like, address the room.
Yeah. It was bad. It is so difficult for me to be embarrassed. I don't actually get, like, self-embarrassment. I get embarrassed for others more than I am embarrassed myself. It was an embarrassing moment. I did feel bad, and the short rib was great, though, so go check out Virtue next time you're in Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah,
all right.
Go check out Virtue. And I apologize to the staff and everybody else that might have been there last night trying to enjoy their meal. But that's how crazy the shot was by Halliburton. His second winner, his second huge clutch closing moment. So I do want to do this. I got to give a caveat right now and a bit of an apology, because one thing y'all know about me here on Theoretically Speaking is I might have some stern and firm stances. I ain't like these other dudes. I don't double down on whack takes. I don't try and stick my feet in the ground and dig it in just because I've already made one statement. I allow room for my opinion to evolve. Can I go back to my top 5 list right quick? I'm not going to go through the dramatics. You ain't got to give me the music. I just want to give you the top 5 closers I gave from yesterday in these NBA playoffs. So number 1 was Jalen Brunson. Number 2, Nikola Jokic. Number 3, Steph Curry. Number 4, Anthony Edwards. Number 5, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you had to guess, C-Cat, between Shai and Ant, who I got to bump off this list to get Halliburton in there, who we rocking with?
If I were to guess, or who would I suggest?
Who would you suggest? Tell me who you would pull off the list. And anybody's available. You could pull off Steph or Jokic if you want to.
They're in similar situations where they didn't have to really hardcore close out games in this postseason yet. So proof of concept has been given to us, not once, but twice with Tyrese Halliburton. And those are just the dramatic shots, not the plays that went into it, because he was very strong in the entire fourth quarter of last night's game was Tyrese Halliburton. I think I'm going to have to go. You got to bump Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow. So you went with Shai. I thought you were going to go against my heart and against my my fandom, because I don't hide it. I am a huge Anthony Edwards fan. I think he will be the future face of the NBA. I think he has to go up and grab it. He's not going to be gifted it. And for that very reason, I hold him to a higher standard. Based on what I saw last night, because after I watched Halliburton drill that triple in the face of Ty Jerome, who was an absolute no-show. He might as well have stayed on the bench in street clothes along with the other dudes who were out for the Cavaliers. Because I saw Halliburton do that, and then I watched Ant-Man see Steph go down, know the Warriors were on short rest, and not have that dog in them. 1 point in the first half, 0 for 10 to start the game at home. I got to pull my dog, Anthony Edwards, out of the top 5 closers. He did not have that dog in him last night. He is not a shark in blood-infested waters.
That's interesting because I saw kind of a similar situation with how did Shai Gilgeous-Alexander let that comeback happen to his squad? He's supposed to be the MVP of the league.
There's the difference, though. Shai and Ant played decent down the stretch. Ant did not demand the ball enough for me. And Tyrese Halliburton had, it's weird parallel. Nobody would ever compare Halliburton and Anthony Edwards. From my true hoops head, somebody back me up on this, please. I feel like they have a similar attack style where they spend the first 3 quarters being super duper passive, allowing for other guys to try and get off, being like more than admissible of like, hey, if you send any kind of trap at me, any second guy shading my way, I'm giving the ball up and I might not get it back and I don't care about it. They do not possess the ball in as many moments as I would like them to do throughout the game. And then in the last quarter and a half, they turn it on. Like Tyrese Halliburton turns into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander once the game is on the line, which is why I got to put him in the closers list. He only had 19 points last night, but nobody could stay in front of him in the last 5 minutes of the game. I'm not sure if that's strategic on his behalf because he has a slimmer bag. Like he doesn't have as many tricks to pull out there, so he doesn't want to give them all out throughout the game, and then the defense realizes how to stop him, and then he has nothing left in the end, like he saves his cards till the end. Or is he like kind of rope-a-doping NBA teams in the postseason, knowing that they're exerting all this effort and they're going to be a little more tired? Think about how he finished off the Bucks. Like he blows by Giannis in a way that I don't think he does in the first quarter at the end of that game. And partially that's due to Giannis's fatigue and also because he never attacked Giannis like that throughout the game.
It's also kind of satisfying in the way that he does close games, where it's not like a prime Klay Thompson just gets hot from beyond the arc. No. He's attacking. He's putting in more effort when other guys are kind of running low on stamina. It's fun to watch.
He plays basketball in the NBA similar to how I will play pickup basketball when I come to a new town. And what I mean is not literally, right?
Like something to prove.
Not hooping like Halliburton. No. What I more so mean is his strategy. See, I'm left-handed. And when you're left-handed, especially when you're playing pickup with folks who have not balled against you before, if you drive with your left a few times early in the game, guys will adapt in the way they cover you, and it's not as easy. The first drive from a southpaw, especially in a pickup game, and your pickup run at like a Lifetime or something like that, and it's a bunch of strangers getting up there for the first time, that first drive or two from a lefty, you learn, oh, damn, okay, he's got that in his bag, and it's almost like to me, the first 2 drives against somebody is like almost automatic. Okay. Everybody shades to the right. And I'm strong left. So even if you do recover well, I'm strong left. I'm going to get it up and over you. It's going to work out. The reason why I say that is a lot of times when I'm coming in from out of town, hooping with some people for the first time, I wait until the end of games to pull that bag out. Because at that point, not only is everybody fatigued, but also it's kind of like the shock value. You haven't seen it before.
Kind of reminds me when playing ping pong. Like, in all my other serves, I'm just lobbing it over. and then my last match points. You're getting low to the net. You're surprising them with it.
There you go. Yeah, you haven't done it all game, so not what the hell? And all you need is one or two. The advantage in the big moment matters more than like a second quarter when he attacks the rim. And that's the difference between a guy like Russell Westbrook, who is on go, playing at 100 miles per hour for the full game. That's the reason why he can go a season and average a triple-double. Whereas Tyrese Halliburton isn't necessarily less talented than a guy like that. He's less athletic for sure, but he's not going full throttle like that. And part of it is like a bit of a rope-a-dope. It's like an advantageous thing he's doing there. I got to respect it. Only 11 shots last night, but he was 7 for 11, 9 rebounds, 19 points, and that game-winning triple that will go down in history. That's the second time this postseason, and the second time in like the past 3 games, that the Indiana Pacers trailed by 7 points or more with under 50 seconds to go and won those games.
Now,
what the hell are we doing?
Do you look at that as this is not sustainable, or wow, they won 2 games where they lost in a way, where they were not playing as the better teams for more than half that game, for really most of that game entirely, where they got lucky, and now when they actually do put their best foot forward for all 4 quarters, now it's going to be game over, because those are the 2 bad Pacer games. They ended up 2-0 in the series.
I'll tell you like this, C-Cat. Right after the Pacers won that second game, jumped on Hard Rock Bet, looked at the series winners, and looked at is that plus money on the Cavs? I'll take it.
Okay, so you're saying they cannot sustain that. The Cavs are still clearly the better team regarding the injuries last night. Okay.
Yeah, Ty Jerome ain't going to go 1 for 14 every game. Donovan Mitchell gave you 48 only because he had to. Evan Mobley, if you're able to get him back, that's going to be a great help for you defensively and really on the offensive end. Plus, there's a reason why they went out at the trade deadline and got my guy, who I keep forgetting the name of. DeAndre Hunter. All right, like he's additive to that lineup as a 3-and-D dude. The Cavs, I think, still win it. I think it probably takes 7 games at this point. But here, I'll ask the fans, and then on the other side, we, of course, have Evan Cohen going to pull up on us from Unsportsmanlike. Got some great things to run his way. Is it luck or is it skill at this point for the Pacers? Are you buying in on Halliburton as a clutch performer, as the Pacers as a dark horse threat to make it to the NBA Finals? Or it's a couple of games, ball bounces their way, guys miss free throws, irrational turnovers, and they just were there to take advantage of it. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Tap in on Theoretically Speaking. The vibes are high. You can only enrich in them. 888-760-3776. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit BaptistHealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit BaptistHealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Evan Cohen joins us on the other side. I thought he'd be joining me in Chicago, but he's not. So I got a bone to pick with him about that. Plus, got to get his thoughts on an intriguing conversation that came up with me and the homie Vontae this morning between Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. Both who are in situations where they could squeeze out a championship over these next 2 years with the teams that they're on. Obviously in minimalized roles. Which of those 2 guys would you prefer to see get a title before they retire? Woo! Those are some very polarizing point guards of our generation. We'll ask Evan on the other side. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami FC on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Wing Wednesday, brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Cane's is coming soon to Tamarack at University and Commercial.
In South Florida, when it's time to get back in the game, there's a name you need to know. HSS Florida. HSS ranked #1 in orthopedics for 15 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report. HSS brings world-class care to Palm Beach and Wellington. Whether it's a joint replacement, sports injury, or orthopedic trauma, HSS Florida treats athletes of all ages. Visit hss.edu/Florida to schedule your consultation today. HSS Florida, where champions and everyday people alike get the care they need to stay at the top of their game.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
While it's not always possible to see contaminated water coming out of the faucet, the taste is difficult to ignore. And what about plastics and pharmaceuticals now in the water? The team at Culligan is here to help. Culligan offers water testing and reverse osmosis systems designed to filter out those contaminants right at the source. Culligan has been helping the local community with water issues since 1936. Schedule your appointment today at Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man!
Hi, Kevin Dalton here from the Unlimited Auto Wash Clubs. Time to start getting your ride ready for summer. Stop by the Unlimited Auto Wash Clubs and try out one of our best wash packages, the Ultimate Plus. It gives you everything your car needs, inside and out, including our ceramic graphene coating. Or try one of our unlimited monthly plans, starting as low as $34.95 a month, or with inside and out plus tire shine starting as low as $49.95 a month. Visit any one of our 6 convenient locations or call 561-WASH-ME-TOO.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
The State Street Studios of ESPN Chicago, the Thou Wow. ESPN 1000, it's your boy Theo Dorsey. We are theoretically speaking, coming fresh off another night of just incredulous NBA action, as the Warriors somehow lose Steph Curry in the second quarter. They also coming off of just one day of rest, pretty much. Like, they dominate the Timberwolves. T-Wolves couldn't make a three. They seem like the ones that didn't have any legs. Plus, Tyrese Halliburton's immaculate closing to the Cavaliers, 120-119, Indiana wins. He says overrate that again. I do believe he can come up with a better catchphrase going forward. That's going to get a little tired, but hey, we'll see. He's still kind of new to the big stage. Not new to the big stage is our guy, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. here on ESPN 106.3 with Michelle Smallman and the resident Super Bowl champion, Chris Canty. Evan, are you kind of tired of the overrate that kind of retort as well from him? It was cool the first time. You can't use it again.
Well, I mean, Theo, when you do what that man did last night, I feel like you can do anything you want at this point. That was one of the most ridiculous endings I've ever seen in my life. And I love Donovan Mitchell. Love Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell reminds me of Dwayne Wade more than any player since D. Wade stopped playing. Right? I know a lot of people want to say Ant.
Ant is right there,
Ant-Man
too.
is you think Ant, too?
I think Ant's right there, too. But, yeah, what were you about to say about it? Because I see what you mean with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, see, there's a difference. Donovan Mitchell carries himself in a way that feels Dwayne Wade-ish. Anthony Edwards plays the way that Dwayne Wade plays. I think I'm not only talking about on court, I'm talking about off court. Like the whole combo package of the two of them, of Donovan Mitchell on the court and off the court feels more Wade. So the reason I bring that up in response to what you said about Halliburton is Donovan Mitchell, when the Cavs were up like double digit, maybe even 20, whatever it was, and they hit the shot and they go overrated, and he does the like, hey, quiet down, stop. Like he knows what's about to happen, that man Halliburton can go off, and he did last night, and that is something that Wade would have done. Wade has a feel for everything, understands the vibe, the moment. Hey, look, it's a game of runs, but you may not like it, but Halliburton can do whatever the hell he wants right now. And shout out to the Pacers. Did you see what they did today?
Yeah. Well, wait. We're talking about No, I don't.
The Pacers put out all the praise for Halliburton in this tweet, and I didn't realize this, that I'm a big Pacers guy, but they put me in it. So now I'm a Pacers guy. Because like the Celtics released a video at the end of last year, after they won a championship, crushing all the haters, and they put me in that too as a hater. So I'm a Pacers guy. I'm looking at, they put my tweet in there about how clutch they were last night.
Also, as a pro, so this is your first time being included in the receipts that are positive receipts.
Correct.
Which one do you prefer?
Yeah, I'm usually a negative receipt guy. First time positive receipt guy today.
Which one do you prefer? Because sometimes it's nice, like when it's like with the Celtics. It's kind of, they're validating you a bit. Now, it is kind of them kind of dunking on you a little bit, but they're also validating your opinion because they saw it, they cared, and they included it after they won their championship. So in their victory lap, they're thinking about Evan Cohen. That has to feel good. The Pacers, in a true victory lap, is thinking about you in a good way. I think you're kind of more motivated by the Celtics one.
Fair, but because of being a Heat fan, I'm like you. Because I'm a Heat fan.
I'm a fan of the play-in champs, huh? Yeah.
Oh, no. Here we go again. Yep. Oh, God. We are never, for the theoretically speaking audience, it has not been clued into the battle that Theo and I have had. We are both diehard Heat fans, but we had different goals for the team this year, and so we are never going to agree. Theo is riding around on the, on the horse, the white horse, like, hey, look at me, I was right, Evan was wrong, because you said all along, don't make the playoffs. There's no point. They're going to get their butts kicked, and they did. And I said the opposite. But anyway, because it was a celebration of the Celtics winning the title, I'm not in on that. So I'll take the Pacers one. In general, you're right, but I can't celebrate the Celtics winning the title.
Right. Now, in the flip side of that, too, the other ancillary problems that come with the Heat getting destroyed the way that they did by the Cavs, as we know, the biggest point differential in the history of the postseason. Every time I tap in on Unsportsmanlike and anything happens with the Cavs or anything like that, I got to hear them giving you hell, and I can't even fight back for you. You over there by yourself on Unsportsmanlike, Smalls is giving it to you, you're getting it to you, the producer, and I can't even help you. So now you're on the island having to defend yourself, whereas they could have put you out your misery by losing to the Bulls like they did all regular season. That's all I was saying.
Okay, fair, but I'm glad you led me into this. Last night, and really, this second round of the NBA playoffs, it's been amazing. And watching all of these home teams lose, right? So home teams are 0-5 so far. And seeing the Cleveland Cavaliers, 60-plus win team, close to 70, right? They won 67 or something like that in the regular season, who are awesome, lose, get down 0-2. Watching Oklahoma City down 0-1. It actually reaffirms how awesome Heat culture is. This second round of the playoffs reaffirms how awesome Heat culture is because it points out, Theo, how difficult it is to get to the NBA Finals. And without Wade, without Shaq, without James, without Bosh. They got there twice in the last 5 or 6 years. Twice. Yeah. The Cleveland Cavaliers were better this year than any Heat team over the last 5 or 6 years in the regular season. And they may not get out of the second round of the playoffs. The Oklahoma City Thunder were better this year than any Heat team over the last 5 or 6 years in the regular season. And they may not get out of the second round of the playoffs. It actually proves, the second round, if it goes this way all the way through, it proves how awesome Heat culture actually is.
I'm 100% lockstep with you on that. People don't give enough credit to. That's why I said I have so much love and respect and adoration for the Jimmy years, the 5 years, not the last half year, because you can't, like, a decade from now, 2 decades from now, we're going to be able to remember those memories as something that actually felt like we were this close to a title at the very least, and we had hope and belief because of who he was. Whereas now that we are a starless team, and now that the Heat are searching for this offseason, hopefully the heir apparent, we have to kind of, it's almost like starting over from ground zero. So
But to that point, Theo, let's play out that the series go, specifically with the 1 seeds, exactly how they've started. So Oklahoma City and Cleveland lose in this round. I'm not saying get swept, but lose in this round, right?
Yeah.
If you're a can you say they were close to the finals?
No. You can't pound your chest at all.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, that's the unique part of this. The Heat, who everyone wants to rag on because they had the worst first round in the history of the postseason, which they did, could at least they say they were in the finals twice. If you look at it, imagine if the Thunder and Cavs lose. Obviously, I'm not talking about the Thunder and Cavs. Nobody listening cares about the Thunder and Cavs. Yeah. I'm just talking about a number 1 seed, any sport, that doesn't even make it to the conference championship or finals, any sport, or LCS in baseball, you can't say, well, we were close to the finals because we were the number 1 seed in the regular season. Miami did it twice.
Yeah. I mean, the Atlanta Hawks teams led by Horford and Teague and Korver, like, they are remembered for being disasters in the playoffs. And nobody would reckon back to them. Matter of fact, the first year the Hawks bursted out the scene like that was the same year the Warriors did, and there was doubt on both sides. That was when Chuck was saying you can't be a jump shooting team and win a championship. When people said the Hawks are not going to be able to get past LeBron, the Warriors proved people wrong. The Hawks, year after year, following that under Coach Bud, proved people right. Are we nearing that with the Oklahoma City Thunder? Because this will be the second straight year they get bounced in the second round when they had high expectations.
It's a great question, right? Because I would say they're extremely well built. They have a lot of great players. But, again,
they got an MVP, though. They got an MVP. Joe Johnson wasn't that.
No, but, Theo, I've had this argument with people in Philly, okay? They're like, well, if Embiid doesn't get hurt, I mean, they're close to the finals, whatever. I'm like, well, they've never been in the conference championship.
Yeah.
Ever. You can't. Well, not, I mean, with Embiid, obviously,
right.
They've won titles. You know what I'm saying? With that group, I just think in general, sports fans can't make the claim we were close unless you're like an inch away from the finals or final round or World Series or actually in there. You can't be the best regular season team, any sport, and not make it to the second to last round or the last round of your respective sport and say you're close. You're not. OKC, if you lose this round, not close. Cleveland, if you lose this round, not close. All of those Sixers teams, not close. I mean, like, Lamar and Josh Allen have both been close-ish, but not every year, right? Like, not every year. I'm just thinking of others. Like, Jaden Daniels, after 1 year, could say, hey, I've been close.
Yeah.
Right?
Even though it wasn't close.
Can't say they've been close. They're not even close to being close. CJ Stroud, superstar. He hasn't been close yet, right? You've got to be at least conference finals, conference championship, LCS, or in the final round to say you're close. Again, it goes back to the original point. Heat with Jimmy got there twice. Don't tell me Heat culture's dead when some of these teams may not even get the step away from the step.
Right. It's almost like, are you 5 minutes away or are you 5 minutes away? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now the Cavaliers and Thunder.
Good point.
Yeah.
That is a great comparison. everybody has that friend or that person in their lives that say they're 5 minutes away. Let's just, I don't know, hypothetically call that person Steve, and last name, I don't know, Polliciner. That say, again, hypothetical.
Yeah,
hey, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. 5 days later, when you get the call back, that ain't 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's a great comp. All these teams are saying they're 5 minutes away, but are they? And the Heat were actually 5 minutes away.
Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline here on Theoretically Speaking as I cruise the streets of ESPN Chicago and the Windy City. Evan, are you jealous that I'm out here in the Chi, man? Like, I'm looking at the Chicago State Theater sign. There's a bunch of tulips planted everywhere. You could have been out here this week, but you punted on the Barrett Sports Media Summit this year.
I would have to be invited to be there.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you a big dog. See, I paid a fee to get here. You have to be invited to spek. I forgot how it works on that
when
side.
I'm thinking about going to Chicago, it's like, what time? I came on today at 2:30, baby. Why don't you meet me by the Bean? Too early.
Why? Also, you know what? That's one of my top fives. That's one of my top fives out of my dog Drake.
Oh, it's so good.
I love that one. Good. Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Can't we just simply say, if you're a Kendrick fan, great. My son loves Kendrick Lamar. 11 years old, loves Kendrick Lamar, his favorite artist anywhere ever. Like, he loves him. Can I also say, and I'm not talking about personal life, I'm not talking about anything else, can I also say, I think Drake is awesome?
Oh, yeah.
There's
plenty of room for both. Seeing most of your takes probably via social media, and those aren't real people. There's mostly trolls or people that are engagement farming and whatnot. Most level-headed people, like myself, who grew up loving both Drake and Kendrick and J. Cole, still love and appreciate all their music. One team lost. It's kind of like for like C-Cat is a fan of the Ravens and the Giants. He likes both programs. He's really a Ravens fan, but that's his secondary team. If the Ravens beat the Giants, you can both admit and appreciate the fact that the Ravens won the game, but then also still like the Giants and what they perform and do on the field. That's how I feel about Drake. He lost the fight, but I still really love a lot of his music. It ain't got to be personal for me.
Well, if you compare it that way, I feel like I can't love both because I don't think C-Cat is right in loving two teams in the same sport. So maybe I can't love both.
Maybe, all right, how about this then? Maybe change it because sports are different with teams and fandom. Yeah. Change it to like two players that are not on your favorite team who you enjoy watching playing and you like. So for me, that would be like Giannis and Ant-Man. If the Bucks and the Timberwolves happen to play in the finals and Giannis or Ant gets the better of the other one, I'm not going to start hating the dude that lost it the next year. I'm just going to appreciate the one that won even more and also still watch both of their games. I think that's fair.
Okay. So
that's how I feel.
I think that is a fair way of looking at it. Still don't get the C-Cat part of it, but there's a lot of things with C-Cat I don't get.
That's what I was about to say. He's an enigma like Aaron Rodgers. Quick question, though. This got on my mind this morning. My guy Devontae, me and him were chopping it up about the great playoff action from last night, and we start talking point guards, and we start talking Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook because CP3 with the Spurs, he actually has a shot. If you think about what the San Antonio can do this offseason, and if you think about his role there, if he just, is a player coach for the next 2 years on the bench, he has a shot to actually get a championship before he retires. Same thing for Russell Westbrook, who is one of the other polarizing point guards of this era of basketball, who's now paired up with Nikola Jokic, and he seems to be ingratiated to that culture. Of those 2 point guards who are on their last legs, who would you rather see get a title before they go out? For me, I really want to say Westbrook because I love the guy and I hate how much people hate on him, but I want to see CP3 get it done with the Spurs. I want to see him finally be crowned a champion. I think he gets way too much hate or at least not hate. People take away from his game as if he's like one of those guys that don't show up in the postseason. I think he's just a 6-foot guard, and sometimes he gets played out of series, and he has some injury luck. Whereas Russell Westbrook, I've seen him do some tumultuous things in big moments. But for you, Evan, I don't know where you stand on both of those guys. Who would you rather see get a title on their way out?
Well, Chris Paul's got to be on the Spurs in order for that scenario to happen. And right now, he's technically going to be a free agent. It'll be interesting to see whether they bring him back with De'Aaron Fox. But I would lean Russell Westbrook because I think he's got a way worse rap for things that he hasn't done. I think LeBron destroyed him. I think I think LeBron did not defend him. I don't think LeBron was nice with the situation. Like, LeBron brought him in and then totally threw him under the bus. But I got a question for you in return, because you bring up something interesting. Are you suggesting that those two guys are your top two guys in all of sports that don't have a title that you'd want to get a title? Like, would you put those two over Lamar or over Josh Allen or
what's different?
Like Burrow?
It's different for me because they would be getting like the veteran on the back end of his career championship, whereas these guys are still in their prime. So NBA wise, I would say yes, those would be the two guys I can think of off the top of the head.
You love Jimmy. What about Jimmy?
Oh man, don't do that. My bad. That's number one. I want to see Jimmy get a ring. I do. I think he deserves one, like, especially for a guy like him who performed at that level. But I still say, and this is not a criticism of the Heat, I just don't think they put enough around him in these past 5 years to win a title. They put enough around him to get there clearly. I don't think it was Jimmy's fault that the Heat came up short in the 2 times they made it to the championship round. So
yeah, I mean, we could relitigate that for hours on end. I also don't know that how much Jimmy wanted around him at that point, because I think there's a big difference now in what he's doing with the Warriors and what he did with the Heat. He was undoubtedly the best player in the Heat and didn't win a title. Got to the finals twice, as we pointed out, and obviously undoubtedly not the best player on the Warriors, although he's going to have to be the next couple of games. But I think if you open it up to other sports, other guys, I don't know that anyone outside of Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul, like mega fans, would have them, even in their top 5 of players that haven't won a title, that they'd want to win a title. And I understand what you're saying, because those guys, combined, they may not have 5 more years left. Where Lamar and Josh Allen, just for an example, combined could have like 20 years left. You know what I mean? So like, it is a lot different. I get that, but I'm sure there's an equivalent somewhere in the NFL that we're not looking at of like a guy that's towards the end of his career. That he's like, well, I wouldn't say that, but I don't know, Dak.
Yeah, Dak could be the guy. Dak could be the guy, and now he has the help.
Right?
Now he has the help he needs. Evan, we got to run. We got some trivia on the other side, man. So I'll see you at the Bean in like 5 minutes.
2:30. See ya.
That was Evan Cohen with Unsportsmanlike. That was my guy. And again, he skipped out on the Chicago trip this time around, so I won't see him. So I'm a little disheartened by that, but we'll tap in with him in the mornings on Unsportsmanlike. Speaking of tapping in, it's your time to tap in to win some money right now. I'm talking about a gift card to Duffy Sports Grill, and all you got to do is pick between CCAT and me for some theoretically trivia. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Call us on the same Baptist Health hotline that Evan Cohen just jumped off of. 888-760-3776. You call in, you pick between CCAT or Theo. The person who wins theoretically trivia gives you a gift card to Duffy Sports Grill. How much money they get in there, CCAT?
25 bones.
25 buckaroos. That's a couple of trips to Duffy's if you play your cards right. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Theoretically trivia. It is that time of the day. It is Wednesday, hump day. Let's pad your pockets and get you right. Theoretically trivia, $25 gift card on the line. You call in, you pick me, you win. Well, you have to pick the winner. And if you pick me, it's most likely you win, given the stats of the history. 888-760-3776. Kate Chumsland's going to be on his way in. He's going to give us our topic, and we fire it off. This is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
It's the Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. 2 bets facing off. Winning side splits $250K in bonus bets every single day. Time to pick a side. Team underdogs or team favorites. Team over or team under. There's one way to settle this. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. Pick a side for $1. Win your share of $250K or more today. Prize pool will be paid out in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
This Mother's Day, give Mom a gift with endless possibilities. Give her a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. The Breakers gift card lets you treat Mom to all the things she loves, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler Steakhouse. And now, for a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. You can never repay Mom for all she's done, but a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach is a great way to start. Visit thebreakers.com today.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at kaisergolfcenter.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Yeah, boy. We right back at it, and most importantly, it's time to help our fans win some money. Theoretically trivia coming right your way, so stay locked in right here as Cade Chumslin has entered the chat. C-Cat is setting stuff up. It is going to be a good one. How about this, Cade? First off, brother, it's hump day, it's Wednesday. How you enjoying it out there in Palm Beach County? You feeling good off these playoffs?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
It's not like I watched my Minnesota Timberwolves just fall on their face last night, but other than that, we're doing all right.
They'll be fine. Not just because Steph Curry's out, but because you guys have the next one in Ant-Man. Hey, what's our topic today for the trivia?
All right, you guys ready for this? This might be the most fun I've ever had creating a trivia for you guys. I'm calling it ball math.
Ball math. Okay. What does that mean? Do we get to know what that means?
You'll figure it out. It's going to be pretty obvious, but it's called ball math.
Ball math is the topic, and the prize is a Duffy's Sports Grill gift card, $25 to Duffy's Sports Grill. If you don't know, now you do know. Duffy'sMVP.com. That's where you need to go to make sure you're able to tap in on some of the great specials they have there. A $7.99 lunch special called the Duffy's Double Play. We're talking about 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day, and of course the award-winning burgers and the jumbo wings. Duffy's Sports Grill. If you're loving the postseason action like Kate is, like C-Cat is, and like I am, 80 or more televisions in every single location will have you locked in. You'll never miss a moment of any of the action. All you got to do is look around. Duffy'sMVP.com. At Duffy's, our game is always on. $25 gift card to Duffy's going to one of our very winners. We don't have them suggested anybody yet, right? Kevin's in Port St. Lucie. Let's get Kevin from the Pizzle on. Who do you want to be your ball numbers candidate?
Let's go, Theo.
That's what I'm talking about, Kev. You will not be steered wrong. I was a mathematician back in school. So that means that Paul in Royal Palm Beach has you, C-Cat.
Yeah, me and Paul together forever. Let's do it.
10 questions from Cade. You're going to go one by one because we're not in the same studio, and I'll let you fire them off.
That I am. So, Theo, you're going to go up first. All right. Listen carefully. Minutes in an NFL quarter plus the only number retired in all of MLB.
Okay. That would be for NFL, 15, 42 for Major League Baseball. So that's 15, 5 plus 2. That is 7. And then 4 plus 1. That is 5. So that's 57.
That is correct, Theo. Well done.
I don't need a calculator.
Listen.
T.I. who?
This is like
I'm
Coach
T.I.
Pitch
Teddy.
softball over here. Let's see what I got.
All right, CCAT up next. Theo up 1-0. Ball math. CCAT. Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl rings plus the number of games in an NBA season.
89.
Incorrect.
Oh,
wow,
no.
you really overestimated the terrible towel. Can I get still?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 82 is obviously the regular season games. The Steelers have... Oh, I'm so mad because did the Pats tie him or break him? 6. So it's going to be 82 plus 6, 88.
Correct, Theo. Well done.
Let's go. I like that, dog.
Devastating.
I'm like that. I got you, Kev. Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat.
Theo with the early steal. He's up 2-0. He's got his own question again.
Not even done with the first quarter yet. We're good.
Round number 2.
You're no Halliburton.
Theo, a perfect game in bowling minus number of teams in the MLB American League.
Okay.
I'll read it again real quick.
Yes.
A perfect game in bowling minus number of teams in the MLB American League.
That's actually easy. My bad. 275.
Incorrect.
Oh.
CCAT.
You were thinking of 285.
That's the one I'm looking
for.
Tripping.
Yeah, there's 50 teams in Major League Baseball, Theo. Yeah, it's a big league, huh?
Oh, that was bad. I got cocky. I didn't even okay, that's my bad, Kev. I got you, though. Don't worry. Don't sweat.
2-1. Give me the ball, coach.
All right. CCAT with a chance to tie it up.
That's embarrassing.
Highest score you can get on one throw playing darts minus the height of a WNBA basketball hoop.
Okay, when you say one throw, not one leg, right?
I'm saying singular dart to the dartboard. What's the highest score you can get?
And then the height of a WNBA hoop?
Yes, so
it's different than NBA?
Minus the height of a WNBA basketball hoop.
In yards or feet?
Feet.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to go with 72.
Incorrect.
Wow. So what the heck were you? You can get a 60 with one throw? You thought it was 12?
Oh,
okay,
no.
so it's 10 feet for the WNBA hoop. I know that's true. I'm sorry. The ladies are going to hate you for that one. I'm calling Monica McNutt on you.
It's not a basketball mistake I made. I promise
you made a darts
that.
mistake?
I made a darts mistake.
Okay,
I know I'm helping you there on accident, but that was too much. Oh.
It's either 50 or 100 non-mat. So 50 or 100, 50 or 100, 50 or 100. I feel like when you hit it right in the middle, it's a 50 ball. So I'm going to go 60.
So,
okay.
60.
I don't think you guys heard the question correctly.
No,
I said minus. I think both of you guys tried adding.
No, I tried subtracting.
Okay.
My brain said 60 for a darts throw.
That's
Which is
correct.
A triple 20 is a 60.
That's correct. Theo's got that, or CCAT had that.
My mouth said 80, didn't it? So then I subtracted 8 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I got
wow. You thought they were
70,
playing on an
62.
8-foot rim? You thought the WNBA players were playing. Do you know how many dunks they would be throwing down on an 8-foot rim? 8-foot rim, you could dunk that.
They should look into that then. I would
All right.
appreciate
You could
that.
throw it between the legs and dunk on an 8-foot rim.
All right.
CCAT.
The final answer for that would have been 50, which is 60 minus 10.
Okay. All right.
So we're still at 2-1 right
Okay.
now. Theo in the lead. Round number 3. Theo, your first question. Par for Amen Corner multiplied by timeouts for one team in an NBA game.
Okay, so that is... Okay. Amen corners 12, 13, 14. That is a 3... 4 and a 3. That's a 3, 4, 7, 10. And then you said timeouts in an NBA game.
For one team.
For one team in an NBA game.
And multiplied.
Multiplied. Oh, Lord. Okay. 10 times... no, it's not even 10. Oh, that's probably 2 par 3s. Okay, all right. I'll just give a number. Times by 60.
Incorrect. CCAT.
I'm going to go with 120.
Incorrect.
Whoa.
So, Amen Corner is actually 11, 12, 13, Theo, which would have been a par 4, par 3, and a par 5.
Got that.
That's
it.
12.
It's not 10. There's not 10 timeouts in an NBA game.
There's only for one team you only get 7. So
How does
it's been
that
12
work?
times 7, 84.
I thought they. Yeah, I don't know basketball, bro. I don't play ball.
That's tough.
All right. That was Theo's question. It's still 2-1 Theo. CCAT, your question.
UNC Webb.
Number of teams that Odell Beckham Jr. has played for in the NFL times number of Stanley Cups won in the state of Florida.
So sick right now.
Wow. Okay.
What?
So here we go. So number of teams that Odell Beckham Jr. has played for in the NFL.
All right, so I'm going to talk it out in order to fill the air. So we're talking about the New York Giants. I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns. And we're talking about X, Y, and Z.
What?
And I'm going to go... I forgot the second part. What am I multiplying it by?
Total number of Stanley Cups won in the state of Florida.
I'm going to go 16.
Incorrect.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
This is rough.
Okay, so it's Giants, Browns, Dolphins, Ravens, Rams. 5 teams for Odell. If he said 16, then that means you missed the team for Odell. So that doesn't help me. So you must have thought it was 4, which means there must be 4 championships. I know the Panthers only have 1. All right, 5 teams for Odell. Panthers got 1 championship. How many do the... Oh, no, the Panthers have 2. They got 1 in 90. Okay, so that's 2 times 5. Do the Lightning have any? I'm trying to remember if I know any Lightning fan just happy. I don't know any Lightning fans that are happy. 10.
Oh my gosh.
10 is my final answer.
That's incorrect. So you guys are all over the place. By the way, the Lightning just won back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals in the last 5 years. So I don't know where your head went. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys just need to combine your answers. CCAT has the correct number of Stanley Cup Finals, which is 4. And Theo had the correct number of Odell teams, which is 5. The answer's 20.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's wow. This is why we're a good pair. You complete me, Theo.
That's what I'm saying. This is theoretically speaking. Why would you break us up, not CCAT, CT?
You're the one in Chicago. I wasn't.
You're right.
I was forced to split
All right,
you guys up.
is it round 4?
Yes,
So
this is
look,
round
what's
4.
the-
It's still
what's the
2-1.
score?
Still 2-1
Theo.
Theo.
Wow, we got Paul and Kevin on the edge of their
Kevin.
seats.
All right, here we go, Theo.
Throwing it up.
The year the Heat last won a championship,
Okay.
plus CCAT's baseball jersey number at Penn State.
It's hard math.
Okay. This is tough. Okay.
I'll say it again for the audience.
Use the calculator.
The year the Heat last won a championship.
Oh, I was trying to remember CCAT's jersey number, and I remember it's my same jersey number from Little League Football, which is 27. So that is 27 plus 2013, which would be 2040.
Incorrect.
It's plus?
Oh, actually, sorry. I take that back. That is correct. I did my own
you.
math
Oh my
wrong.
gosh.
I did my own math. I did my own math incorrect. I figured that was going to come in somewhere in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, that's correct.
All right.
I'm like
Theo
that.
had the correct numbers.
I'm really
well
like
played.
Theo on top, 3-1, and we're in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, how many more questions left?
We have 3 total questions left.
3 questions left. I'm up 3-1.
Yep. All right, CCAT.
Uh-oh, I don't like
my
how I said
odds.
it. Yeah.
The year the Yankees last won a World Series, plus Theo's wedding day digit number.
All right. We're going to go with 2018.
That's right, CCAT.
Damn it.
Well played. You guys got each other's right. I'm so
Right,
impressed.
that's pretty good.
I don't know why February 9th stuck in my head. I don't know
Pretty
why.
good. I don't know either,
You
but I
got to use
appreciate
it in
you, brother.
Instagram captions or something. I
Yeah.
think that had to come to play there.
And you weren't even there.
Well
I was in
played.
the back.
Oh my
I didn't get
God.
invited. I was actually there. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I was just pulled up. It's just, who's that guy back there?
All right. So we need you to
I'm
either
up 3-2.
3-2, Theo.
2 questions to go, or 3 questions to go.
So Theo gets this one right. It's over. Doesn't
Okay.
matter what
Yeah.
happens. All right, Theo. This one's gonna be a little bit longer. I'm giving you guys 3 elements, not just 2. So here we go.
I got a pencil?
I'll repeat it if I have to. Okay. Total players on a football field, plus Lakers championships, minus MLB pitch clock with the bases empty. I'll read it again. Total players on a football field, plus
Okay.
Lakers championships,
Okay.
minus MLB pitch clock with the bases empty.
Okay. 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 All right. So I'm going to go with, I don't want to give my numbers out too early. I'm going to just go. I'm going to swing for the fences here, speaking of baseball. And I'm going to go with 19.
Incorrect.
So it was plus minus?
It's plus then minus.
Okay.
I'll read it one more time. Total players on a football field. Plus Lakers championships. Minus MLB pitch clock with the bases empty.
I'm going to go with the number 3.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Theo, what's the MLB base clock? What's the shot clock?
It's 15.
15. I thought it was 20.
So it's 20 if there's people on. That's why I had to be specific with bases low.
Yeah,
bases empty.
I wasn't close. I thought it was 35.
Okay. That is a long time. I knew it was like I knew it wasn't 24. I'm mad. Okay, I'm still up.
All right, let's go.
All right.
One more.
So this is to tie it for CCAT.
Go. Alan.
Same thing. 3 different things to figure out.
You're screwed.
The amount of Marlins wins this season so far, plus the next Super Bowl number, minus games a number 1 seeded NBA team must win to win a championship.
All right.
I'll read it again. The amount of Marlins wins this season so far, plus the next Super Bowl number, minus games a number 1 seeded NBA team must win in order to win a championship.
Listen, I want to cut all suspense. I don't know the record of the Marlins whatsoever. So this is nothing
Just pick
for
a
me.
number then. All right, so it's 76 plus the Marlins wins. 16 for NBA 1 seed.
I'm going to go, I got 16.
What's the other number? I forgot.
The next Super Bowl number, 50? I think, is 58.
60, I thought.
Yeah. Incorrect. I'm sorry. I let you down, Paul.
Yeah.
I'm waving the white flag.
All right. So
what was the number?
So the final answer was 58.
58.
Marlins wins is 14.
14.
Next Super Bowl is 60.
60.
So there's 74.
Minus.
And then the Marlins, or the amount of games is correct, Theo, 16. So
that's the only one I knew. I only knew the amount of games a 1 seed had to win for a championship was 16. Because I think the Celtics, they might have tweeted out like knocking off each win they needed. That's the only reason why I know that final total number. All right. Congratulations, Kevin.
You're a wise man, and you're a richer man. How you feel, man? Hey, at Duffy's Double Play, 2-for-1 drinks, how you spending your Duffy's gift card?
Don't get one of them the 2-for-1s.
Yes, sir. And you know what? That's going to be a couple of 2-for-1s going your way. Kevin, congratulations. Enjoy your Duffy Sports Grill on me. You did a great job on that one, Kevin, by choosing me. That was amazing. CCAT, Cade, appreciate y'all for playing. Cade, I will let you get back to your duties in the office. CCAT, you got to stick around for the happy hour. Them is the rules.
Yeah, just as a loser. I got 3 more hours on these airwaves
Never feels good.
Flat-out loser.
It never feels good.
A loser who thought that WNBA players have shorter baskets. That's the only reason he lost.
We can't let that slide.
Yeah, see, it threw me through a loop.
We can't let that slide. It's theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma brands radio station.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing. Visit banyanonline.com and discover how your business's printing materials can get bigger and better.
Wing Wednesday. Brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time. And ESPN makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. The Club FIFA World Cup is set to begin coming up this June. We're a little under a month away from the Club FIFA World Cup beginning in Miami June 14th, and none other than the Inter Miami Herons are going to be a part of that opening match. It's going to be Inter Miami versus Al Ahly. Al Ahly is a top Egyptian Premier League team, and Inter Miami recently got knocked out of the CONCACAF Champions Cup in the semifinal round, so they will be gearing up for the Club FIFA World Cup and also the MLS playoffs, which will come later on in the season. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management program.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll, safety's the goal.
This is ESPN 106.3's Mike Rizzo, and recently I had the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Curtis J. Keppert. Dr. Keppert is an orthopedic surgeon who specializes with injuries in the shoulder, elbow, and knee. And Dr. Keppert loves getting an athlete back to 100% and where they need to be.
Just their desire to get back to, the thing that they love to do, and taking them through a low point when somebody gets an injury, and when it is, especially when it's a surgical problem, they know maybe an ACL, they're going to be dealing with this for a year before they can get back, and just taking them through that low point, fixing the problem, and then guiding them through that recovery, and then you see them back out there playing, and it's the best feeling ever.
That's Dr. Curtis J. Keppert with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. For physician referral, call 866-654-2362 or go online to pbhnphysiciangroup.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Back at it again in the happy hour. It is your boy Theo Dorsey on May 7th on a Wednesday, a hump day. We just did some theoretically trivia. I won, of course. C-Cat's on the other side of the glass, back home in ESPN West Palm's Evan Cohen Studios. Tina joins us here in the happy hour as well. And I, of course, am in the State Street studios of ESPN Chicago. Much love to our brothers, our teammates at ESPN 1000 Wow for hooking it up. Tina is in the house. We're going to get a cocktail of the day from you. C-Cat, you and Tina I'm going to give y'all a brief moment to just to make up here on the air. I know yesterday got contentious in the happy hour. I literally got multiple phone calls following the back and forth you shared here on these airwaves. So we're going to get to that. Before I let you address each other politely this time, keep the gloves on. Can I at least cool y'all off with some Culligan water?
Yes.
Of course.
There we go. Can I hear the lady?
Hey, Culligan man.
There she is.
It's almost
And
like the
there I go.
opposite of the fat lady singing. It's like I can't talk about Culligan until I hear that lady sing.
I got to hear her say it because that's what puts me in the mood. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets me going. And Culligan water is what keeps my house going, keeps me afloat, keeps my comfortability level at an all-time high. I'm maintaining a great level of homeostasis, and that is because my house is protected by Culligan water. I both have the water softener system and I have the reverse osmosis system, right? That filters out the water. It makes my drinking water pure. So my wife and I, we cook with it. We drink purified drinking water that tastes delectable and is cool and is relaxing with Culligan water. But then also the water softener helps us out in so many ways that are unthinkable. If you don't understand what's going on in your water, you need to go to this website right now, Culligan.com. That's what I did. I got the free water test with Culligan. They pulled up to the crib. My guy, Tim, he tested my water. It took seconds for him to reveal to me everything that was in it. It was a list of things. It was both the name of like the pharmaceuticals, the chemicals, or any kind of toxins in my water, and how it could be harmful to my health. And all it took was me looking at that list, realizing how important and essential water is for me to get on board. That's when I became Team Culligan, and I'm not saying you got to buy all the way in. All I'm saying is get the free water test and find out how you can use their services, right? They've got more than just reverse osmosis systems and water softeners like I have. They've got many things. Matter of fact, you can just buy your water from Culligan Water itself. Just import. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no tariffs on that. Import it. They've been servicing America, not just Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast, but they have been working since 1936. Helping you stay cool, stay clean. Culligan water, right? If you want a chance to see what's in your water, and Florida has some of the worst drinking water in all of America, Culligan.com is the place to go. Or you just open up your door and say,
"Hey, Culligan man."
hey now. Culligan.com. Tap in. Okay, so have y'all thought about how y'all want to make up publicly? I know y'all gave each other looks through the glass over there. Like, who wants to start this thing?
I'll take the honors.
There we go.
Sorry.
Wow.
This is argument number 2 between me and Thea on these.
Or Tina, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't even say her name, you're so mad.
Yeah. Me and Tina. Argument number 2 is gone. The book has been closed.
Okay.
And we've reached our solution.
All right. Tina, you feel the same?
Yes, me and C-Cat made sure we chatted before the show started.
Okay.
And we are great. We are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see. C-Cat, is that a black eye under your head? Are you sure? Like, blink twice if you're cool.
No, we're all good.
Okay,
We're good.
cool. All right, cool.
It
Just
was
making
so
sure.
funny, though, yesterday because I texted Theo and I was like, hey, like, I'm gonna make sure me and C-Cat, like, chat. Like, you know, there was
so
some
dramatic.
energy in the room, and that was, you know, and he was like, I loved it. You guys were fired up.
It was entertaining.
At the moment you were very entertained. I was not very entertained, but we've realized that, and we chatted, and we're good.
Yes.
I loved, though, how invested and passionate me and C-Cat are and our opinions, and, you know, I listened back, and it was good.
We're not going to relitigate the argument if you
No,
want to watch
we're good,
it.
we're good.
We want the fans to be able to know because maybe they didn't hear it. Maybe they weren't listening to the happy hour yesterday. Just tap back into our stream on ESPN West Palm's YouTube page, and you can find yesterday's stream. Scroll forward to about 3:05 in that stream, and you'll see the back and forth. It lasted a good half hour, so you won't miss it.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had a lot of takes we were going to fire off. I was going to break some news. I knew about the Cowboys trade for George Pickens ahead of time.
But we took
precedence.
precedence.
Sorry.
And then, y'all were going back and forth. I didn't want to interrupt. That's how contentious it was. So I'm glad we are all friends. Hey, you know what friends do? They
What?
toast.
They do.
They toast. Come on now. Can't have a makeup without a cocktail of the day in the happy hour. It would be rude.
So today's cocktail actually is called the Chicago.
Nice.
Because Theo is just living life these
I'm
past
having
few
a-
days. Oh, I love your
I'm
shirt.
having the time of my life. Oh yeah, I got the show shirt on today. So I'm giving us some pub out here in Chicago. Got the Theoretically Speaking anniversary shirt on today. And yes, Tina, like I've been living it up. We went to the Contemporary Art Museum yesterday. We went to Virtue, this beautiful, magnificent restaurant last night. I've been eating good. I've been feeling good, walking the streets. Vibes are high. But yeah, back to the cocktail, my bad.
Yeah, so you've been just living it up in Chicago and figured, maybe this is something you can try while you're there. It is a Remy Martin VSOP cognac.
Le Yak.
You've got
It's
orange.
all one thing?
That's one whole word.
Remy,
That's one whole
Mar-
thing. Remy Martin
Remy.
VSOP
Isn't he
cognac.
an artist? Remy
You remember
Martin?
that 1738?
Oh,
That's
I do know
Fetty
that.
Wap.
Remy. It's not. I know. I'm sorry. Keep going.
What?
Wait, Theo, did you get that wrong?
No, keep going.
He made the beat.
Yeah.
He produced the song.
Keep going.
Is that Fetty Wap's name?
Remy
No.
is the rat in Ratatouille.
Okay, yes. Okay, so 1738 is the year that is printed on Remy Martin bottles. That is why when people yell out the 1738, which I'm not sure exactly why Fetty Wap did it. Maybe it is his producers' call letters or whatever. They talk about Remy Martin. So I'm sorry for derailing the cocktail. It's got a little Remy in it, though.
Love that.
1738. By the way, I had a buddy in college, my roommate Caleb. He told me that Fetty Wap was going to be on for a long time. I told him he was a gimmick rapper. He would not last. He's hot now. In 3 years, he would not be making music that we're jamming. And I just want to publicly say I won that battle. You know how you have an argument or a debate with somebody, though, in the moment, and it's nothing you can prove for another 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
It's very infuriating.
Damn.
Because Fetty Wap was hot at that moment, so I was like losing the battle, but I won the war.
My high school football locker room, it was so much Fetty Wap.
Yes.
To and from practice. Are you
Bro.
kidding me? Baby, how you doing? Yeah, that's him too.
I don't know what song that was. You just
layup lines.
Was you talking about "Baby, Won't You Come My Way"?
Yeah, that's one of the verses.
Okay. We'll just. I'm gonna clip that, by the way, what you just did. I'm gonna send it to Fetty Wap. He'll read it.
All right, good. So it's got Remy Martin cognac and what?
Cognac. I always look that word up,
Cognac.
but I'm going to get it wrong unless I look it up before I go over it.
Think about like a traffic cone, like cone, and then a yak, like the
Cognac.
animal.
Then we've got some orange curacao liqueur. There's so many words in here that I just don't regularly say that I have to look up every time I have a cocktail of the day.
I appreciate the research, though.
Yes.
The Chicago cocktail, by the way, y'all.
Chicago cocktail. Let me just repeat the two first ingredients. Remy Martin VSOP cognac, orange curacao liqueur, Angostura bitters. So you first combine those three ingredients.
Okay.
Pour it into a glass and you top it with some champagne or sparkling wine.
Oh, I like that. That's smooth. That's good. Now, I've told y'all before, I try and stray from the yak. You know what I'm saying? I try and stay from the yak, unlike Uncle Shay, and you see where that might have got him. But I said might. I said allegedly. But I will say this.
Allegedly that's why it happened, or that he did anything wrong. I'll let you table that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna kill my career right along. No, I'm not. No comment. But what I will say is, a yak in a cocktail, I'm not against. There's a sidecar. Sidecars I actually absolutely love. I don't know what all is in them, but maybe that could be our cocktail of the day one day soon.
Okay.
And I'm rocking with the sidecars. Who brought us our cocktail of the day?
It was brought to us by our great friends
Kaiser?
at EDS Air Conditioning and
Really?
Plumbing.
Really? Because after a Chicago cocktail, you do got to cool down. And EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing has been keeping you cool, keeping me cool since 2006. I mean, answer the question for me. Come on, we know what it is. Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home?
No.
The answer is, I was about to say, you say it, CK. We know.
No.
And if the answer is no, then EDS is yes.
Aha.
EDSisyes.com. That is the place to go. EDSisyes.com. Call now or go online. EDSisyes.com. Because when comfort matters, EDS is yes. They have flexible financing options, right? So that's first and foremost, right? I know how much y'all care about your pockets and your bottom line. They will not let your budget stand in between you and the comfort you deserve. But also, they've got gold plan memberships like what I'm on, 2 checkups every single year. You get preventative and repair. But also, there's more. EDS Air has great technicians, like my guy Randy. I was just talking to him this morning, and Randy, who is a Canes fan, neither one of us are that optimistic about what we're going to get out of Carson Beck, but each of us knows that at the very least, we ain't Florida State. And if you can agree with me and Randy on that, then you need to go to EDSisyes.com as well, even if you're a Nose fan. We don't want to alienate them.
Doesn't that go against you and Evan's kind of opinion about how the Heat were closer to championships than any of these teams that might flame out in the second round.
The Noles didn't make the playoffs.
Florida State won the ACC.
No,
I think a Miami Hurricanes fan would like that last 5 years.
Well, you're derailing me right now. All right? So I think you would like some EDS air conditioning right now, wouldn't you?
I think I would.
And the good people out there would as well. So EDSIsYes.com, service in Palm Beach County and the greater area since 2006. EDSIsYes.com. Call today or visit the website. You're right. You're right, though. Florida State, 2 years ago with Jordan Travis, is closer to a national championship than Miami has been since. I guess the Malik Rozier year was fun. So
I guess they have a point for being unhappy of making the playoff, even though they won every single game their season. Maybe they've got a point.
Well, they got their ass kicked in the Orange Bowl. I was there for that.
Yeah, but that happened after they got left out.
Right.
So listen, these opportunities are
the next year they won 2 games. So,
but if you're not a power in college football, there is absolutely, positively nothing guaranteed in college football. So when you have the best season you've had since the Jameis Winston years, and there's nothing you could have done better other than injury luck, and you won all the games, and that's just taken away from you from a community, that's got to feel bad. That's got the right decision was made. I think that almost everyone on our airwaves at ESPN West Palm, which is unfortunate because everyone who's not on our airwaves at ESPN West Palm went to Florida State somehow.
Right.
But I got to simplify this a little bit more because I feel like I don't talk to them as delicately as I should.
What do you mean? Are you going to do it now?
No.
I thought you were following that up with something.
No, I'm just saying I feel remorse for being very brash, and being very mean when that was probably the worst thing that could ever happen to a sports fan.
Nah, I think it was worse for the players and the fans. I don't feel for the fans at all, actually.
Really?
I don't. Yeah, I have no. I'm not honestly, I never really even felt for anybody until I started kind of realizing what it means to the other guys in that locker room. Of course, Florida State was not the same without Jordan Travis. And, of course, they probably would have got mollywopped in the college football playoff, and it would have been a waste of everybody's time. I feel that way. But I do feel for them in this way. If you're a guy that spent your whole summer and the fall training, 2-a-days, practice, weightlifting, dripping sweat, missing classes, all of this sacrifice, all of this, especially like the seniors that weren't going to be able to come back and fight for it again the next year, and all of that, the opportunity to be able to at least compete for a championship gets taken away because the most important guy, but just one guy got injured. What you have, that's pretty much looking at that left tackle or that running back or that wide receiver and like spitting in their face. And it's like, this guy is so much more important than you. Than him getting hurt means you don't even get a chance.
I don't know.
It's kind of messed up.
I feel more like an act of God. It was a lightning strike. Like, that just happened to them. There's nothing they could do about it. Like, their quarterback got hurt.
That's why I feel bad for them, though.
Yeah, I feel bad for the fans.
I feel bad for the players, not the fans. Screw the fans. They were rooting for him the whole time, and they don't get to watch him in the college football playoff. I don't care about them that much. The players are the ones that went through it.
Yeah,
the players are the ones that feel bad for their guy, their brother. They're like the person they go to war with who literally like snapped his leg.
Yeah, sure. But like I feel bad for both.
No, I don't. It takes a lot for me to have like some kind of like sensitivity toward. I feel bad for Mavericks fans more than I feel bad for the Noles fans that suffered through that. You know?
Is that because you're a Miami fan and because Florida State has a national championship?
Not. Of course not.
Okay.
Has a national championship? Are you acting like Miami doesn't have national championships? Are we counting titles now?
Okay, recent memory. They have one.
I remember. I was alive when the Canes won in the early 2000s.
That's not recent memory. That's memory.
That's you.
By definition, it's memory.
All right, so Florida State's last championship is also just memory. That was 2013.
Yeah, okay.
That's a long time ago. It was more than a decade ago.
There are kids in high school who remember that. So that's pretty young. That's recent enough.
No, there aren't.
Yes, there are.
The kids in high school do not remember that.
If you're 18 years old right now, at that point...
Oh, so the oldest possible high schoolers remember the last Florida State football championship.
Yeah.
Whip-de-damn-do. How about an average age high schooler? Can we go 16?
Okay, we're going right down the middle. Fine. 16 years old. If you're 16 right now, what does that make you in 2013?
Minus 12. 4.
Okay. You probably don't remember that.
Yeah, there's no way.
But I didn't say all high schoolers. I said there are high schoolers. By definition is correct.
Yeah, like what was his name? Shabazz. Who's the Shabazz basketball player?
Shabazz
Not
Napier?
Oh. No. The other Shabazz that played high school basketball until he was 22 years old, damn near, before entering the league, and they got found out on the back end. Yeah, that's not recent memory. You know what is more recent memory to some of the older folk that listen to ESPN West Palm and ESPN 106.3?
What?
1995, Reggie Miller, 8 points in 9 seconds. I mean, the Pacers and Knicks, keep saying Pacers, Knicks. Pacers, Cavs play tonight for Game 3. Pacers, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're throwing up all over that sentence.
This is terrible. Is it the Chicago Air?
It might be.
Because, you know what? How about this? We'll just go to break. We'll play the Reggie Miller moment, which was exactly 30 years ago today. And it's reminiscent of what we saw last night from Tyrese Halliburton. I almost said Tyler Hero. Everything is screwing up. I'm Theo Dorsey. That's C-Cat and Tina back in the studio, theoretically speaking, on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. 473. This is ESPN 106.3.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Wing Wednesday, brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
This Mother's Day, give Mom a gift with endless possibilities. Give her a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. The Breakers gift card lets you treat Mom to all the things she loves, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler Steakhouse. And now, for a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. You can never repay Mom for all she's done, but a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach is a great way to start. Visit thebreakers.com today.
My kind of breakfast is a McDonald's breakfast. It just adds a little sizzle to your morning. Like the Sausage McMuffin with egg with its savory hot sausage. Or an Egg McMuffin toasted to perfection with real butter. But the best has to be a Sausage, Egg, and Cheese McGriddles. Soft griddle cakes, melty American cheese, and a sizzling sausage. I can grab any two for $6. I can already hear the savory sizzle. Or maybe that's just my stomach. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Get 20% off your entire purchase over $10 or more when you use mobile order and pay in the McDonald's app. Offer valid through 5/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Start the summer at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium for a fun and jam-packed Memorial Day weekend. Friday, May 23rd is a Dog Day Friday at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, May 24th is Hometown Heroes Night, presented by Gordon and Partners with post-game fireworks as we honor all military members, first responders, and local heroes. Sunday, May 25th, all fans can enjoy discounted $10 tickets. Stop by the ticket office to purchase your tickets or go to RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
It's a Citrus Series showdown as the Marlins take on the Rays, May 16th through 18th, and the weekend lineup is stacked. Friday, the smash hit Barbie Game Day is back. Turn the ballpark pink with exclusive jerseys and fun bites. Saturday, celebrate the legendary Celia Cruz with live music, vibrant energy, and purchase a special Celia-themed Cuban heritage jersey designed by local artist Dism 305. Then Sunday, it's family fun and our first ever Celia Cruz bobblehead giveaway. Join the party. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets.
Miller for three, and he got it. Reggie Miller with a clutch tray, and it's 105-102. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again.
Indiana's win in game 1 at Orlando last year.
Miller hits two. Coach Anthony stumbles and falls. Time runs out. Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in the final 32 seconds.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That call from NBA on NBC. Oh, a little nostalgia. May 7th, 1995, 30 years ago, Reggie Miller scored his 8 points in 9 seconds, leading the Pacers to a stunning 107-105 victory over the Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis. We have Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semis between the Knicks and the Celtics tonight. And if you're a Knicks fan, I'm sure you'll be happy with a split, but you don't want nothing like that happen to you again. I'm curious if our fans, theoretically speaking, remember that. But it didn't lead to a championship, so maybe not. A place that is packed with championships, CCAT?
It's right down the road.
It's right down the road. Kaiser University, KUCHawks.com. You know where to go to check them out. Check out the Hawks as they look to defend the beach. Right now, they have the #1 men's lacrosse team in the nation. Not the city, not the state, but the nation, #1. And they actually just entered the semifinal of the NAIA Lacrosse Championships, which means they're 2 wins away from adding a 25th NAIA title to Kaiser's name. I'm talking about across all programs: women's swimming and diving, men's swimming and diving, football, basketball, baseball, track and field, anything you can think of. They're dropping red banners all across that campus in that gym, thanks to the prolific sports they have at Kaiser. KUCHawks.com, that's where you can go to tap in, see the latest, see the greatest. I mean, the Seahawks women outdoor, they're getting ready for their final regular season meet of the season, and they have some absolute dogs all throughout that squad as well. KUCHawks.com. KUCHawks.com. Check in on the champs, see how they're living. And again, it's right there at the flagship campus off I-95 and the Turnpike. That was a mouthful. I'm very excited, man. I got some exciting stuff lining up. One of the best parts about this morning, woke up this morning in my hotel room after a great night of living it up again here in Chicago. If I stay here any longer, I'm going to go broke, y'all. And I got like 3 or 4 more days. But woke up, turned on the TV, and boom, right there in my face, this brother named Brian Jackson. Brian Jackson's a cat that actually went to my rival college, Howard University, but he is now a local morning anchor for the Fox station out here. And then I look to the right of him, and then boom, Anita Blanton, former Miss Hampton, and also my big sis that went to college with me at the illustrious Hampton University in my home by the sea. That warmed my heart. I hit him with a text, and I expected them not to be able to get back to me. The thing that shocked was, like, on TV, I watched as she talks to the weatherman. She texts me back like, "Oh my God, how long are you in town?" I'm like, "What the hell? You're supposed to be on the news."
So we're like, you on your phone when you were doing TVs?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Oftentimes, well, here's the thing though, especially for morning shows, because they're a lot more slower paced. Think about like sports talk radio in the morning as well. Like you have a lot more downtime, a lot more leisure. It's 3 of y'all up there on the desk. You're bringing guests in. People are playing guitars and stuff. You're like you're eating, you're drinking wine or whatever. Like, so she's having a good time up there. But yes, a lot of downtime. That's kind of 2025 though, right? Like Josh Hart, Knicks forward Josh Hart said that he actually saw a tweet at halftime from my boy Chris Splashed. Take a listen to this, actually, because he called my dog Kristen Whitfield, who writes for the New York Daily News and covers the New York Knicks. He called him the MVP for the Knicks, who came back from down 20 on Cinco de Mayo on the road at TD Garden. And, when asked yesterday about what inspired him and the crew to mount this, insurmountable comeback, here's what he said.
Yeah, I was playing angry. I saw Kristen's tweet that the game was over when we got down 20. So I was kind of mad about and frustrated at that one. So,
do you think he actually saw the tweet in the locker room? I think he did, because guys be on their phone, man.
I think he did.
I think he saw it after the fact. That feels like LeBron memory. It's a better story if I saw it before, and then it motivated me to prove the data was wrong, even though I actually saw the tweet afterwards. That feels like a little bit of editorial fudging the numbers.
So here's my question then, because they go into that locker room for about 20 minutes or so, and that they're not allowed, like it's illegal for players to tweet during halftime and stuff. That doesn't make players, stop it. Like we've seen it before where players have interacted on social media in the middle of games, either because they were ejected or they had some downtime. I do believe that players surf their phones in the locker room. If a morning anchor in the great city of Chicago, like my dog Anita, and I didn't want to out her, is able to text people back in the middle of the show, not in the break, not during a commercial break, but as the weatherman is talking after she talks to him, I'm pretty sure Josh Hart is able to at least scroll Twitter and see what Kristen said. Just saying.
Yeah, especially these are 20-something males. Everyone's on their phone. Get 20 minutes to kill. I'm going to scroll a little bit.
Yeah, 20-something males, very short attention spans, and lots of money. They ain't finna get they get a slap on the wrist maybe if they get caught scrolling their phones. Let's hop on the Get Around.
I get around. What you mean you don't know? I get around.
The Get Around is our vehicle to hit all of the top sports topics all across the land. Because we're well-traveled here on Theoretically Speaking. Where we going first?
Next stop,
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yikes.
The Utah Hockey Club, formerly known as the Arizona Coyotes, has officially found their official team name. And that name is the Utah Mammoth. Tina, do you like the name? Do you hate the name?
I hate the name.
Whoa!
I'm not a fan of that. The Mammoth?
No. The Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Singular.
The Mammoth.
Even though if you look up plural for mammoth, it is
like
mammoths with an S at the end. Theo, what's your opinion on the Utah Mammoth?
Are there mammoths in Salt Lake City?
Well, there's no mammoth anywhere because they're extinct. Ice Age has a good movie on that about extinct animals. There's a mammoth that is in it. I believe it's played by David Schwimmer.
Are there any other teams named after extinct animals?
Yes, the Buffalo Sabres.
Saber-toothed tigers?
Uh-huh.
Saber-toothed tigers aren't around anymore?
The Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, I was thinking Raptors.
Okay, so that's 3.
I forgot about the stegosaurs in California.
The dodo birds. I don't know. What is the mammoth tie? Is there a city named Mammoth in Utah?
I don't think so.
That doesn't flow.
So a name that
Mammoth
was being
Mountain.
kicked around that got shot down because of possible copyright infringement with a famous cooler company, the Utah Yeti. Would that have been better?
That would have been way better.
Utah Yeti does flow a lot better. Utah Yeti. Now the question is, are they Yeti or the Yetis? Or the Yeti?
I'm still confused as to why it is the Utah Mammoth and not Mammoths.
I wonder if it's about look, so see, Utah Mammoth. Is there a city? I think there might be a city out there. Matter of fact, honestly, to be honest with you, who the hell cares? Weren't they going by the Utah Hockey Club at one point?
Yes.
I don't know if they're ever they have to do something of major significance for us to start caring. Like when the Vegas Golden Knights got going, they had a cool name and they made it to the Stanley Cup final in their first year. That was a lot of fun. We'll see what they do in Salt Lake City. I'm not sure if it's going to really, it's not riveting to me.
So Utah Mammoth, greater than or worse than the Seattle Kraken?
I love the Kraken.
Kraken's better. Oh, it's another extinct animal.
Yeah.
Or is that like a mythical figure?
I think that's mythical.
Yeah. Probably.
You know what? I feel like back in the day there had to have been a really big octopus, but not that big.
Not that big.
No.
People used to exaggerate stuff back in the day too, you know? They just keep exaggerating it year after year, and then it got bigger and bigger, and then there was a Kraken when really it was just a giant octopus. So,
yeah.
Those sailors, they're drunk. Who's believing a sailor?
Next stop.
We're stopping in Baltimore, Maryland. You like hockey, you're going to love horse racing because the winner of the Kentucky Derby, Sovereignty, will not be racing in the Preakness this year, removing all drama in regards to rooting for the Triple Crown. Tina, do you care at all about horse racing?
No, really the Kentucky Derby, the only thing that I like about it is the outfits, the hats. I don't know, I just get nervous watching. I don't want to see any animal get hurt.
Yeah, see, well, I guess it's a little bit more sinister because we got in an argument about how I root for crashes when I watch NASCAR races.
Oh my gosh, are you rooting for horse race
Don't
crashes?
say it.
All I'm saying is that'll lock my attention in. If we go jockey flying off the horse, tumble, maybe a bloody nose, but everyone's okay, I'll be happy I turned on the Kentucky Derby.
Why is nobody calling out this coward of a horse?
That's true.
Why is nobody calling out, where's the heart? Where's the will? You're not going to race for the Triple Crown?
That's like if Rory just didn't want to play in the PGA Championship. Why?
Now, we know why he'll be running from the moment. We've seen him fold in it. But we just watched you win. Watched you win.
This horse is weak.
Not only is he weak, weak. Is it a he or a she? Do we know?
It's a they. It's a horse.
It's
we don't know.
That's not how horses work. There's males and females.
Okay.
But I would assume it's a male.
I feel are all race horses one sex? I feel like they're all male or all female.
I don't know. It's a good question. But I know that this horse is a coward. I don't know what sex he is, but it's a coward, and he or she should be held out of all racing for the rest of the time. I wouldn't want to get on a horse that wasn't ready to go hit the Preakness. You know what I'm saying? You went and did the Kentucky. Oh, you want the roses all around your neck, but you can't get dirty in Baltimore. Are you afraid of B More? Is it a man?
It's a colt, which I think is a man.
A colt?
Yeah. Who might say sex? Colt.
Oh yeah, colt is a man.
3 years old.
Stallion will be a woman.
Oh, I didn't. But why would I feel like I hear Italian guys say I'm an Italian stallion? Is that just because it rhymes?
Totally a thing.
As the host of Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches, which is now streaming on Apple TV, as well as Destination America, I can tell you with certainty that a colt is the guy and the stallion is the lady.
Okay.
I think. I know Broncos.
Well, see, now you're introducing other words. What about Clydesdale? Is that a sex or just a breed?
That's, I think, a breed.
Okay.
I met Clydesdales.
Next stop.
You met?
When I visited St. Louis,
female horses are Mar.
I went to the Budweiser farm, I guess, and met all the Clydesdale horses.
And
they're massive.
I think is brewery the word then? Or no, it's farm. They made the grain. I don't know.
Our
last
it was like a petting zoo as well. So
our last stop of the get around brings us to Minneapolis, Minnesota, because Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry will miss at least 1 week due to a grade 1 left hamstring. The MRI taken Wednesday revealed that injury, but it didn't stop the Warriors from winning last night.
No heart out of Anthony Edwards. Not Curry. He's hurt. He's actually hurt. I saw the hamstring moving. No heart out of Curry. No heart out of Ant-Man. I'm so disappointed in Anthony Edwards for not going for the jugular. He's not the killer we assumed him to be. He's got to show me. I need a gentleman sweep out of the Timberwolves. With no Curry, it should be no problem. Jimmy Butler has no tricks left in the bag. They've got 18 dudes on the Timberwolves roster that can keep him in check. Who else are you going to get points from? Buddy Hield ain't finna light it up every single night. I need to see Ant-Man go for the jugular this next night out. I do feel bad that Curry's not going to be able to go down with the ship. That was a get around. That was fun. Big Cowboy news on the other side, so stick around. That's C-Cat. That's Tina. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet. Home of the Miami Heat, now the new home of Inter Miami. Catch all the games and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sportsbook. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet does not win. Hard Rock Bet, roll with us. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling, call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Is your credit on life support? Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Local bank representatives will be on site to grant special approval to consumers who meet certain minimum criteria. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach wants to approve you so you can drive home your new Kia today. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Hello, is this thing on? I repeat, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic wants to approve you for a new Kia today. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss the credit clinic today and tomorrow at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or go online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval term.
The playoffs are heating up, but your home shouldn't. Stay cool with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Hey, y'all get some more drinks going on. I sound a whole lot better.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Trade alert in the NFL. Trade alert right in the midst of the NBA postseason. The Dallas Cowboys getting a little shifty here. Getting a little frisky. Cowboys picked up the phone, called up the Pittsburgh Steelers and said, I know you're waiting on Aaron Rodgers, but can I have that receiver you got over there? No, not Metcalf. You just got him. Let me hold George Pickens. The official trade announced today, broken by Adam Schefter of ESPN. The Cowboys trade a 2026 third-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers for George Pickens and the 2027 sixth-rounder. Pickens and CeeDee Lamb in Dallas catching balls from Dak Prescott. That is the plan for Jerry and newly minted head coach Brian Schottenheimer. And that is your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care off-season football report. Cowboys show gets another new character here. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery, as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Color me a fool, but I do think this is going to be an extremely favorable trade for the Cowboys. They get George Pickens, who is 24 years old, 6'3", and one of the best deep threats in the league. He is a deep ball, jump ball catcher. You got to cover him with two, especially when he's clicking. He's also in a contract year. All you gave up was a third rounder. If you're Dallas, this takes your offense to another level. This unlocks more CeeDee Lamb over the middle, underneath, and as well down the field. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I guess how cheap he came, $3.5 million to get paid this year to Pickens for a number one guy. It's kind of a bargain even when you pair it with a third rounder.
And best of all, Pickens finds a home before Aaron Rodgers does. 55 days. 55 days and counting. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
It's been a chilly start to the year, but don't let the rising temperatures catch you off guard. Hey, it's Colin Russo, and since 1960, John C. Cassidy Air Conditioning and Plumbing has proudly served Palm Beach County, keeping homes cool and comfortable. Now's the time to upgrade your AC with great financing options. Plus, ask about the Cassidy Care Club, providing year-round peace of mind. Cassidy is part of our local community and supports organizations like the YMCA,